Hello, everyone. Welcome to Zelda Speedruns. This is your restreamer, Crane WWR. We are back with the grand finals of Zelda 2. Did it not swap scenes over? I swear if it didn't swap scenes over. That's right, that's right. You're right. Oh no, it's just behind. Wow, you gotta love our technical issues. Well, I'm going to be passing it over to PRZ and Eon, I'm assuming, and we
Yes.
will have the races starting within the next 30 seconds.
Hello, I am Eon.
I'm
Super excited.
PRZ.
Yeah, I'm super excited for the um, any percent no door ferrying category run. I always like to say it's like all keys, but just the fun parts. Um,
Oh, I
although
think it's like all keys, but the really hard way to do it with no heart containers.
that's part of what makes it fun, and then you don't have to you don't have to worry about attack 4 because it's a guaranteed attack 3 run out of P1. So that's why it's like all keys, but the fun part, you don't have to grind Magic Cave, you don't have to do any of that stuff.
All right, I will do that.
And we are off. So the route will look an awful lot like the all keys route. So they're both going to be heading down to Magic Cave. Good news is it doesn't really matter if they get a bag or not because they're going to be both guaranteed 312 out of Palace 1. So because this is an any percent category, they can get whatever they want and skip whatever they want as long as they can beat the game. It is a no major glitches category. It's also a 1cc category, just like all keys. So we did see, it looked like Lite did get a bag, but just left it behind. So, okay, and they are... nice thing, you don't have to worry about double bubble either. They can both just go right into Palace 1. So, it's like Eunos did get the bag and picked it up.
Yeah, so this has been a great tournament so far. Both these runners have shown just some amazing skill. And with this race being the absolute finals, we should be in for a really good run tonight.
Yeah, this is game 5 of the best of 5 series. So we had first we had the 100% no major glitches, which I believe Lite won, right? I'm trying to remember the order now. It's listed in...
Well,
yeah,
Lite's pretty much the ruler of 100% NMG, and so he took that one, and then Eunos came through with RBO.
Yeah, which was an outstanding race. I was always I'm always super happy to see anyone playing reverse boss order, and to see it raced was even better. So in my opinion, best category of the game. Then we had 100% all keys. And I'm trying to remember, who won which game last night, because they both took one game apiece both nights, and I don't remember who won which one last night.
I think it was Eunos won the 100% all keys, and then Lite
healer glitch.
No healer glitch. They went for the forest grind together.
That's right. I remember that now. But yeah, there was sadly no fizzy lifting bridge last night, and there will be no fizzy lifting bridge tonight. So
yeah, it's gonna be some really tough play here. I guess we'll see how hard they're gonna make it on themselves when they get to the life spell.
I think they are both planning on getting the life spell based on what I had talked to them about. So we saw them get both keys upstairs in Palace 1, but they did not get the candle. So they're going to be leaving Palace 1 with a net extra 1 key. And that's going to be important for later because that will allow them to skip a key that's out of the way. It would technically be possible to skip the magical key, but in order to do that, you would also need a ceiling walk in Palace 6, and it's been timed out to not actually save any time, so... Okay, so Lite making quick work of Horsehead. Oh, it looks like Lite's doing 3-1. It looks like they're both doing 3-1-1 strats. I think there's enough to do 3-1-2, but it's probably faster to do 3-1-1.
Yeah, this full disclosure, I never learned the route for this for this category. With the tournament, it was like had to learn a new route every week, and this one just seems so long and so difficult that I might as well just ban it.
See, I always thought this one was fun, and just because the idea behind it was that it was basically sort of like an any percent run, like an any percent no major glitches run on the PAL B cart, because that doesn't allow ferrying through doors. But we still play it on the NTSC cart just because that's a better experience. But because there are a large number of Swedish runners in the community, that was kind of where the idea for this category had originally come from. And we're going to see some... we won't see any fairy feet, unfortunately, but we will see a neat glitch that was in... I believe Eunos did it last night in the no healer glitch run. But that's part of why it's another glitch to save an extra key. So, oh, fairy feet is allowed? Oh, see, here I was thinking that it wasn't allowed. Okay. I guess that was added after the last time I actually ran this category, so...
That's all you get. Get the fairy feet some, you get to skip 2 keys.
Yeah, and the keys that will be skipped are actually in Palace 5, so we'll make note of those when we get there. But it is nice to be able to skip some spells that you don't want. Skip some heart containers makes it more interesting, I think. I would not recommend skipping the life spell, though.
All right, Eunos opting to take life 2 here. I think Lite's likely to save it for Death Mountain. Nope, there it goes.
Had to take it there because otherwise they would have had to go all the way to attack 4.
Ah.
Because they were at 100 XP already, so... But onto the Bagoo Walk, so everyone's favorite. Oh. Oh no, Eunos trying to slink past there. Looks like they're both going to get in with just 1 encounter. So this is any percent no door ferrying. So kind of a little bit of an obscure category, but I think it's super fun. I think I might be the only person who thinks that, but...
Oh, Eunos getting there first.
Yes.
Light was on the right pixel there. There we go.
Not too far behind, getting the link feed in there.
I think 3 tries is about the same time as it takes to walk that screen.
Okay. That's one thing I did not know. So, and I imagine there's a good chance the two will stay pretty neck and neck throughout this race, as they've done in most races in this tournament. So the Door Fairy is in this game with the fairy spell. You can actually fly through a door without needing a key to unlock it. So the 100% all keys category also forbids ferrying through doors, but it does allow you to like, you have to get all the keys, you have to get, you know, all the spells, all the heart containers. So this one is a bit more interesting, I think, because you can skip those heart containers. There are some spells you can skip. It makes things, I think, more interesting. Other people say it makes it less fun. But I also feel like this is a really good category for learning Dark Death Mountain. If you do like a New Game Plus run, like New Game Plus no major glitches, you can do Dark Death Mountain, but you're so over leveled that it's not really a challenge, even if you don't really know Dark Death Mountain. This one, you have enough stats that you're not coming in at attack 1 from the start. So that makes it a little bit easier, but it's still a challenge because the category is also a 1 credit clear, so you can't die too much and expect to make it through.
Yeah, both runners getting kind of beat up going through these first few rooms here.
Yeah. Dark Death Mountain honestly isn't that bad, but if you haven't been practicing it, it can definitely catch you off guard. The one downside is that because they've both already taken Life 2, they're not gonna have another level up until for Magic or Life until Palace 3, unless they get a lot of bag drops.
Eunos with the swaggy bago kills.
Eunos in the... Well, they're both now in this room with their bots that like to jump down and get you, and there's that red Dyra. Oh no!
Those bots are the worst.
Yeah, Lite chaining together some double hits, making quick work of that Dyra. Oh no!
Nice jump.
So Eunos decided to skip the Dyra in that room and skipping this Gorilla. Given my history with this category, my first completed run, I actually didn't get enough XP and had to loop Palace 2 twice. So given that history, I'm a little bit nervous seeing Eunos skipping so many enemies. Hopefully he gets better drop RNG than I did on that run.
Yeah, the XP routing can be really unforgiving in some of these categories.
Yes. And it looks like they're about 1 room apart.
Yeah, that death gave us that separation here.
Yes. So we'll see if Eunos opts to pick up the graveyard 1-up or not. I'm gonna bet he doesn't, but we'll see.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, want to go back for that bag. That's really important. So it looks like Eunos is actually, even with skipping those enemies, is ahead on XP, so that's good.
And there's no up A's here today, right?
Correct. It's a 1 credit clear category, so no up A's. You can die, but you can't take a game over. Well, it'll be run the same way we run all keys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but on the leaderboard, it's a 1 credit clear run, so there's no intentional game overs. Really, well, you can, I guess, if you go back to that same spot, but I don't anticipate either runner is going to be taking an intentional game over. So, all right, and the runners do need to collect all 8 magic containers. Well, so there's 4 in the overworld to get 8 boxes of magic on your in the HUD. All of them do need to be collected because a lot of people don't realize this, but you actually need the magic containers to be able to collect the spells on the eastern continent. So you need 5 magic containers total to collect the fire spell, 6 to collect the reflect spell, 7 to collect the spell, and 8 to collect the thunder spell. So, and since the thunder spell is required to beat Thunderbird, we'll need to get that. HUD Fairy is banned too, yes. This is a no major glitches category, so Fairy Feet is allowed, and that's as glitchy as it gets. The Fairy Feet, as well as the Palace 3 door despawn, which the Palace 3 door despawn is technically allowed in all keys, it's just slower, and so no one does it. But it actually does save time in this category, so we'll look forward to seeing that, and when we get to that point, I will do my best to explain what's going on under the hood with it. So both Lite did Cat's tile, Eunos got the alternate Boulder Dash tile, but both making their way over to Medicine Cave to get the Water of Life. So.
Yeah, not usually coming through these screens with 4 life bars.
No, not in. I mean, if you're doing like an any % deathless or any % no major glitches, you would, but otherwise, no. But yeah, most any % categories do skip a lot of. Pretty much only get the art container near Palace 6. So.
Mm-hmm.
Lite picking up the 1-up doll, which assuming we'll see some death abuses in Palace 4.
Happy New Year.
Oh, nice. Oh no. Eunos, I think, had a late down input or something, didn't quite get out of the way. Oh, and that spawn walked up. Normally you can walk up and over a spawn like that, and which is nice if you get that, then you don't get a spawn here at the boulder tile, which we just saw. So a little bit of overworld shenanigans taking a little bit of a toll here. Eunos making the smart move, refilling life there, especially since there's not they're not going to be getting the Palace 2 heart. Unfortunately, no Palace 2 heart, sad face. That's probably the reason why Eunos doesn't like this category. So
So yeah, I think you know, I was looking over these runners records, and you know, Lite's just a monster. They've got first place in multiple categories of Z2, but mostly just Z2. SN Eunos is a bit more prolific. He's got, you know, world record in Arquista's ring, and kind of top 10 to top 5, top 3 sometimes in multiple Z2 categories. I think he's number 15 in the all keys. So it's a pretty even match.
yeah, no, they're both very good runners, and Eunos did, when this tournament was announced and the categories that were going to be included in it, Eunos just went on a tear and put up top times in basically every category. So, which was why he got such a high seed, and it's no surprise to see him in the finals. And Lite is likewise just been in the community for forever, it seems like, and they've you know, got top times in every category as well. So they didn't have to do quite so many category grinds to get their top seed. So I think
Looks like Eunos couldn't resist the P2 heart.
Oh, got the P2 heart anyway. All right. Oh, and so getting the P2 heart, that is a little bit extra. Oh, I think based on that message in chat, I'm guessing Lite was a little bit on autopilot there, doing some all keys stuff. That is one problem with this, to be able to, you know, with a multi-category tournament like this, to keep all the categories straight in your head and not get them confused and do the wrong thing, that can be a little bit difficult. Not a ton to say about Palace 2 at this point. It's just we got the small little vertical tiles. Got to get the handy glove, and need to do a lot of combat just to make up for wanting to get attack 6 out of the gem on this. So it's the level route follows all keys, which some people, I know Eunos called that out last night as being one of the things he didn't like about it, because it's too similar to all keys, and it might be nice if it had a little bit more divergence from all keys, but I do think that it's still a lot of fun. Yeah, this is most keys. You get all keys but 2. Gosh, I do wish it was faster, though, to go for the ceiling walk and skip the any key. Alas, it is not meant to be.
How is it not faster?
So you have to still get the 2 keys that are out of the way in Palace 5.
Okay.
And so the amount of walking that it takes to get those keys in Palace 5 is the same amount of time that it takes to go get the spell and the magical key. Eunos, with a unfortunate bop from the bot there. You never trust a bot around lava. Luckily was able to cast Fairy and save the lava plunge, but you just hate to see that.
Yeah, the bots are there to keep things exciting, no matter how many times you run the game.
Yes. Yeah, no, that room and the Palace 3 room are, I think, the two most dangerous rooms in this game. So, Eunos making his way over to get the glove. Lite in the turret room, which is a lot of new players really dislike that, gets the third Stalfos to spawn, which that usually despawns. But it can be a little bit tricky to navigate jumping over the Stalfos and avoiding taking hits from the turrets. So, well executed from Lite. And luckily, so the runners only need 1950 XP before going into the boss fight. Although they would prefer to have the attack 5 level up. But if it were the case, they both runners are able to take on Helmet Head at attack 4. Oh, and Lite getting a nice bag drop there. Oh, we should see, yeah, both of them
Picking up attack 5.
Yep. As long as this one's not a drop. And it's not, so...
And they can count to 6.
Yes. It's, honestly, counting is the hardest part of this game. So, onto the Helmet Head fight, which... The Helmet Head fight, I think, is a really neat idea. The problem is we just come in with too high attack level for it to develop into an interesting fight.
Those fireballs, though,
Yeah.
they hurt.
Well, if you have the choice, you want to take the hit from the floating helmet fireball rather than Helmet Head's fireball directly.
Yeah, Lite has a nice little duck pattern that they do.
Yes. Yeah, that's very nice. I need to try that. I usually end up trying to block it and sometimes missing, so...
Mm-hmm.
And then the nice thing here, don't need to worry about going to get the shield spell.
Oh,
So
that was a great walk out of P2.
Yeah. Oh no, getting the encounter in the graveyard. Eunos is already has way more XP than needed. Alright, Eunos making quick work there. And he'll be shortly on his way to Palace 3, where Lite is just entering. So, at this point, I'll go ahead and start trying to explain what's going on with the door despawn, I guess.
Okay.
Or maybe I should wait till after we see it, and then I can tell you what's going on.
Yeah. So it's the counting, that throws me off, and that's why I'll never pick. That's why I've been putting off picking up Z1. Feels like that whole game is just counting the whole time.
Yeah, and counting in Z1's even harder than the counting in Z2.
Right, you got to reset every time you get hit.
Yeah, and I'm not good enough to avoid taking damage. Eunos trying to set up an early encounter skip there to get a clean walk, but unfortunately did not work out. Does make it then to King's Tomb. Yeah, unfortunately no HUD fairy in this room like we've seen in the past.
Mhm. Yeah, I remember you pointed out that the double HUD fairy.
Yes.
I went for that night
Yeah.
and ended up 1 second behind world record after I
Oh
got
my
it.
goodness. Nice.
Yeah, yeah, it was nice, I guess.
I mean, it's still an improvement, right?
Oh yeah, it
So-
was huge.
Oh, well, Lite did not go for the door despawn, so this could be an opportunity for Eunos to catch up.
Is he gonna have to, or they're gonna have to farm a key somewhere?
So Lite will need to get one of the keys that is normally skipped in Palace 5. So hopefully they remember that they need to get one of those keys. And honestly, I don't know which one is the faster one to get. Probably not the attic key. I'd probably go get the basement key right before Guma. Honestly, if you forget that's the one, that's where you'd be to realize you needed an extra key. So,
So you want to explain how that door despawn works?
I want to see if
If you know,
Yeah.
he did it. He did it in last night's race.
he did. So, just want to see it, and then we can. I'll explain it after it happens.
Oops, that's
Gotta build that anticipation, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, Light in the first of 3 Minecraft rooms, and this is the most difficult one because you don't have upstab, and you have these Mao heads. Nice clean dig. All right, so pay attention on Eunos' screen. He's going to be going for this door despawn. What he's going to do, go stab there. Unfortunately, gets the iron knuckle. What you need to get is the red jar out of there. And he gets it second try. So you get the red jar, and you leave... Oh! And he didn't do it.
Ouch.
He did the setup and then just didn't... so what you need to do for that is you need to get the red jar from the statue stab, and then you need to... Oh, okay, makes the jump. So you need to get the red jar, then you stab the... or you stab the jar to collect it, and then you leave the screen and come back, and the door is gone. And what happens there, the way that works is the locked doors are tracked in the game as collectible items. And that's a way, it does that because there's flags on the rooms for what screens can have collectible items on them or not. And oh no, see that bot, that's the both bot lava rooms got Eunos. Oh no.
It's bad luck.
That is.
And there
And
it
then
goes.
there it jumps
Empty
off.
bot.
Yeah. So So yeah, but the game will actually reuse screens. So this screen that has this locked door down here is actually reused in other places in the game and doesn't actually have a locked door in that spot. And it can do that by turning on or off what collectible item is there, or can be there on that screen. And so the but when you do the strike for jar, which is technically an enemy, when it spawns the jar is also treated as a collectible item. And so when you collect the jar, it sets the flag on that screen that the collectible item has been collected. So when you leave and come back, it doesn't spawn it because the game says, oh, nope, the collectible item has been collected. So, and yeah, it's just like how in Palace 1, there's the key in the attic with the Chewy, and there's also a red jar in the statue. So if you stab the statue, get the red jar and collect it, and then leave the room without collecting the key, if you come back, that key will be gone.
Yikes.
So, luckily, no one really does that one.
Yeah.
But it is definitely possible to do. And I think it's also why, like, the locked doors are so far apart away from other things. Like, the statue, I believe, is a collectible item. Also, the key from the boss is a collectible item, and that locked door there, all three of those are on separate screens, because each room in the game is made up of 4 screens, and you can only have one collectible item per screen.
Well, they did a lot with 8 bits here, but you can't do everything.
Yeah, right? So, and now we got Lite getting into Denver, the Mile High City, or Darunia as it's called in-game. Getting nice thing, we can skip the upstab in here, which you don't really need upstab, although I do think it's underrated. I think it's a better technique than people give it credit. But you don't actually need it. There's a key in Palace 4 that you can it looks like you need upstab, but with the jump spell, you can actually clip into the ceiling slightly and just kill it with or break the block with a normal standing stab in the air. So, never running this category now. Aaron, I will teach you how to do that block break if that's the thing that is preventing you from learning this category.
Yeah, upstab's so useful in Grand Palace, I would say.
Also in Valley of Death with the MOAs.
Mm-hmm. You can just not worry about any key grabs after bosses anymore.
Yeah. So, and then both Lite and Eunos high-fiving here on the Green Mile. Eunos doing the Dazzle Walk, Lite doing the walk back to the maze.
Very friendly spawns there. But
Yes.
some good links
And
too.
Lite going for the link feet here.
Yeah, that one saves about 2 seconds if you get it first try.
Good to know. Lite doing some pro bono mowing. Yeah, it turns out the hammer is also an axe. It can chop down trees. So... But yeah, no super jump attempts in this one because we don't need the upstab. And Lite going for another link feet.
Yeah, this one you can save some magic for fairy.
Yes.
That link feats, it's not as hard as it looks. You just have to let go at exactly the right time.
Yeah.
Then hit the pause buffer.
I played with it a little bit. I didn't get a great visual cue for when I needed to release, but I was able to get it a handful of times. So, Big Slamoo, this is any % no door ferrying. So, I like to say it's 100% all keys, but just the fun parts. And I think everyone else disagrees with me on that.
all keys, no heart containers.
You get one.
Okay,
Or
yeah.
if you're Eunos, you get two. Okay, we'll see how many death abuses Lite opts to go for. Yeah, they will definitely skip the cross because they don't have the candle, so the cross doesn't do anything anyway. I mean, except for you'd be able to see the You're with. Hey, all right. Thanks, Shift. But yeah, because the only place that you'd really be able to make use of the cross is when you're getting the thunder spell. And that's not too hard to do without seeing the MOAs. Exactly, Aaron. That's why it's fun.
Just don't get hit.
So Lite just picked up the boots, which will let them walk on water. There's a townsperson you can find that says, "With boots, I could walk on water." Those will be handy when needing to find. It makes it a lot faster to get out of the maze. Some people I watch on doing a first playthrough don't realize that, and so then they end up trekking back through the maze the way they came in and doing all the encounters and stuff without realizing that the boots would actually let them walk on that river to get out much, much faster. I think they're just waiters. Link doesn't want to, get his clothes all messed up, so puts on the waders and can walk in shallow water. Because it doesn't let you walk on every water tile. Yeah, Eunos will be interesting to see what death abuses Eunos decides to do and skip. But yeah, he will have to skip at least one. Yeah, but his normal boots are gonna get all, flooded and stuff, right? Trying to check for a jar, both of them got the red iron knuckle in that first statue.
Does Eunos have any extra lives right now?
I think if Eunos only takes one death abuse, he'll have one extra life, like the normal way for taking all 3 death abuses.
Okay.
So there we saw Lite just do that jump stab to clip into the block to break it without the upstab. And now Eunos can walk on water too.
It's just one boot.
Yeah, see, so that's what it is. It's one boot.
If he had both, he could walk on all water.
Yeah. This is any % no door ferrying. Okay, and no.
Light saving another life.
Nice. Which that's good with the lower health. That does help a lot. Okay, Eunos getting the casting life. I think he took out those raw heads in an attempt to get a blue jar drop because, yeah, he will need that for a jump cast to get the key that looks like you need upstab to get, but you don't actually. So, and Lite does have enough to cast Reflect, but not enough to cast Shield. So, and with such a low health, I wonder if we'll see them take a Death Abuse or just go for it. And just hope that Karok decides to be nice. Because sometimes Karok can just decide to spawn right on top of you.
Oh yeah, there's nothing you can do here.
Alright, and I think...
Ooh.
Yeah. So that was unlucky, but that's just the way the boss fight can go. So, count... Oh, 2 quick hits there. 3... Oh, wow.
100% at this point, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was perfect.
That was perfect. No missed hits.
Woohoo!
So I'm going to go ahead and just call that Death Abuse to Karok and RNG Manip.
Routed in.
Okay, and Lite didn't take any life or magic in there, which is interesting. Normally, like we saw, Eunos has life 4. So we will likely see we'll see a life form almost certainly in Palace 5. We may also see a magic 4. Or we may just see life 4 and then take in all the levels up to 866 after. This is scary. Okay, and I suspect... Yeah. Didn't even bother checking for a jar. Took that Death Abuse. That's the... I think the right call there. So, oh, and they have 2 lives now, so which is what you would have in a standard all keys run, taking all 3 Death Abuses. So...
Alright, Lite hits Eco Key and they're cruising.
Which is good. I don't know where either has their drop set up, so... Oh!
I think I've blown more runs worrying about that drop than I have, missing Eco Key.
Yeah. Is there a safety Lite might be thinking? I'm not sure what safety there would be around taking levels like that, honestly. Alright, so now we get to see Eunos. Let's count the beams. Oh, takes a hit right off the bat. Okay, already 2 missed off screen. 4, 5. Counted 9.
Yeah, that might have been a bit below average.
Yeah. And then, looked like Lite was getting some, had a little bit of trouble in the block room, maybe. Was counting the beams and didn't really see what happened.
Me too.
But it looked, out of the corner of my eye, it looked like he was spending more time in there than you'd want to be spending. Alright, so Eunos now into Palace 5.
I agree, Aaron. Swamp 1-up, never worth it. Just win or die.
Okay, so here we'll see Eunos also getting the Eco Key. I suspect that we'll see Lite skipping the Attic Key rather than in an all keys run after going up the elevator that you go down to get the flute. You'd expect to see the runner go to the right, and I think we'll see both runners go left and end up skipping the basement key, or getting the basement key. But, okay, Lite did take both Life 4 and Magic 4, so I haven't been paying attention to Mago kills, but I'm guessing they probably got at least one Mago kill already, so...
Eunos, waiting. He's got a couple. Kobe.
Yeah, Eunos gets the pretty good block room. Well, the block pattern dropping wasn't great, but didn't have much trouble after getting the key. This is because you skip some rooms in this, that can also impact your XP. So it's actually more important to be getting Mago kills in this category than in all keys. And it looks like Eunos might have gotten a double Mago kill there. Just grouping up for him. Alright, we'll see. Oh, Lite does go directly down. Remembered that they can't skip this key.
And that elevator at about 50 minutes, so we'll see how many seconds it costs.
Yes, they just need 700 before the boss. That is correct. And Lite will be fine on XP, especially now. Oh, forgot to upstab that block. That's about 46 seconds. It was 5 minutes on the dot.
That's a huge chunk.
Yeah. Okay, so now we get the low health, no shield and low health Guma fight. That's where it gets interesting. Nice damageless fight from Lite.
Beautiful.
Very, very quick, very beautiful. That is not an easy fight to execute that well. Alright, and so now making their way over for the river skip. Eunos. Oh, yeah, gonna duck in and leave just to set up the Lordo skip. Gets a back spawn, which is real nice. You can just kite them in. Very nice. Gets a fairy feet in before the level up, and now just has to walk because the level up took so long that it would have cost more time to wait for it, I think, to then be able to fairy feet. So back up at 866. It is one nice thing though, because you do get the magical key, you also get the spell, which does help with the Dark Valley of Death.
Yeah, I see, yeah.
The Tektites in this cave are not fun in the dark. But yeah, the other nice thing about this is you don't really have to worry about your XP getting too high, since you're not going to get the Ocean Heart. and Eunos taken Guma on the right side of the screen, where if you keep Guma pushed off the right edge of the screen, Guma's mace does not actually spawn, so you don't get it's a much safer fight, but it's typically a slower fight, although with attack 8 you can still do it pretty quickly, as we just saw. Alright, so we'll take a look at how Eunos' skip goes. He also gets a back spawn, but has those right behind him following in. That is real unfortunate. Goes for a fairy feat. Goes for a link feat.
That was a good pixel.
But now he's got more magic to be able to do more fairy feet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he goes 875. That's not intended. So that means likely going 885. May be able to get that life 6 at some point. Maybe off a Thunderbird, but probably not before then.
Yeah, I'll just have to make the best of it.
So you cannot actually wrap because the boss actually the boss doesn't screen wrap, it will actually increment the high byte of his position, and so he'll go on to the next screen. I think that was I think that's just a graphical artifact. I don't believe his hitbox actually shows up there. You can, if you're right at the edge of the screen, you can, with like upstab or downstab, break blocks on the far other side of the screen, but I don't know that we've ever tried that with Guma or any other bosses. Might be worth checking out, but I don't know that I would be surprised if that works and no one's done it before. Okay, Eunos does ferry out the attic. Gets the first frame spellcast. Lite is into Palace 6. Finally got their 5th heart container. We'll be skipping the cross. No ceiling walk, unfortunately. Eunos has a chance to walk on life bars, though. No fire strats here either, so that is the one problem with this category is you can't do fire strats.
Missing one fun part.
Yeah. I don't think that that's a thing that can happen. I feel like if there were a way to do that, that would be considered a major glitch, but...
Yeah, I think that's a rando thing.
Yeah, oh wow, that is a super fast dismount and kill there. The Rebo didn't even get a chance to land on the ground. Yeah, I mean, possibly it's possibly a cosmic ray flipped a bit in the RAM that marked the key as collected or marked the enemy, the boss as killed if the key dropped. But
It's a great jumpless one cycle.
yes, yeah, Lite is very good at that sideways jackhammer. Will we see a fairy dash though? That's the question.
What's that?
Oh, no fairy dash from Lite. So the fairy dash is you get a free fairy cast, leaving Palace 6, and when you have, especially when you have the jump spell cast, it's real hard to jump and not make
Knock bonk a little bit.
not bonk on the wall or something to
Mhm.
get out of there. And so the thought is that if you do it optimally, it's slightly faster to cast fairy. I think it's about a wash, but
Yeah, I gotta repause.
yeah. Okay. Getting through there. Oh no.
That's a rough one.
Yeah.
There you go.
Does get the link feet though, I imagine will.
Much harder from the right side.
Yeah. Does get the link feet there though. Okay, queues up life, so likely gonna go get the red jar, which with the bops taken, I do not blame them. So, casts fairy. Casts fairy there, and that's probably why we saw Lite saving some lives in Palace 4 to be able to death abuse for all these fairy casts in Valley of Death.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so Eunos on Barba here. Also going for the sideways jackhammer, gets the one cycle as well. Nicely done. Oh no.
Hey,
Max.
cheese, just in time.
Lite, I think, jumped a little bit early to skip Max there, but we'll be into Great Palace here shortly. Probably gonna take out both Lizalfos to get 5990. Yep. Now, Eunos has most powerful magic. Not all, but most of it. Okay. Lite taking out that first spicy chicken to get the magic refill, which, with, I believe, they have an extra life. That's not a bad idea. Okay, Eunos gets through the bridges and is into Valley of Death. Also going to get the jar.
Any special strats available in GP in this category?
I mean, this GP here is basically just all keys with less health. So if you want to go for the Bicula despawn, you can do that, but otherwise, it's just all keys with low health.
No, Eunos getting lucky walking that encounter.
Yeah. Those encounters are not fun without.
And this
like,
cave coming up is
yeah, this one can
less
be
fun. Ooh,
a real. Oh no.
it's a long one too.
Yes. So, smart play to ferry after the death there. That is Eunos' last life, though, so...
Oh, Max, come on.
Max coming out firing, so...
Ooh, Bicula's gonna give him a run. Oh.
Yeah.
Good quantum leap. Got them out of there.
It was an aggressive Bicula, though.
Always good to turn around and stab at them.
So, Ganon doesn't control the Great Palace. These are not Ganon minions in here. That's why they're like different enemies. But the all of the enemies in Great Palace do have much higher hit points than in the rest of the game. So, but yeah, your Link is actually getting the Triforce of Courage in the lore. You gotta respect the lore. In the lore, the Triforce of Courage was put here by, I believe, Zelda's father, and that's the Zelda that's sleeping in North Palace, which is a different Zelda from the Zelda you rescued in Zelda 1. Even though this is a direct sequel to Zelda. And so it's been locked. The Triforce of Courage has been locked away here for like hundreds or thousands of years. And so, and actually, according to the manga, that because of the Great Barrier, even after Link opens the barrier to get in, Ganon still can't get in. To the Great Palace, so, and has to find a different way in. Yeah, pulling out the manga.
Everyone take a lesson.
So, and actually, in the manga, Ganon, prior to getting to Great Palace, Ganon gets resurrected with Zelda's blood, the Zelda from Zelda 1, actually, so... And so at this point, Ganon, yeah, GG Lite. So on to now Eunos making his way through Great Palace.
One more heart container, but one less life level here.
I think I'd rather have the extra life level than the extra heart container. Oh yeah, and Lite on their timer got a 107.12, which is a really good time. So
I think Eunos is on his last life here.
I thought I saw Eunos take a game over, but I did not see if it was.
Oh, did he? He could
Yeah,
have
I
done
didn't
it.
see if it was intentional or not, though.
Hmm.
So, this was game 5 of a best of 5 series. So, Lite won by they on Saturday they both took 1 game apiece, and then yesterday they both took 1 game apiece. So going into tonight, they were tied at 2 games apiece, and now Lite took it. Oh, it was about 10 rooms in. Gotcha. Thanks, Sarnex. So yeah, Lite took it 3 games to 2 in this best of 5 series.
So this bot, what's the best way to pop it? There, I guess that's pretty good. Without upstep.
Yeah, you can hesitate and downstab over it, or just tank the hit.
Oh, what happened?
Oh.
Sorry, I don't know if I did something. Nope, here we go. Oh, jeez. All right, Eunos is going for it.
Nice. Oh, gets the super jump. Well,
Let's
that's swag.
go.
That's the swag that we all needed. So I feel like that I feel like that is worth like some time save, right?
Yeah, 10 million swag points. Wow, that was a great tournament. Congratulations to Light, grand champion.
GG Light, congrats on the win.
Yo, thanks. That run went pretty well. There was no mistakes. Oh, except for the part where I forgot about the red jar door despawn. But I
Yeah.
every run, so nothing new.
I was just glad to see you didn't forget to go get the basement key in Palace 5. Um,
Yeah,
that you,
so I think I realized not in P3 that I had done that somewhere else. Like maybe P4 is when I was like, oh yeah, I forgot to despawn the door. Yeah, so I figured that key in P5 was the faster one to get.
I think you're right. That's what I had concluded too. Hey,
Yo,
Eunos,
Eunos.
GG.
Yo,
Eunos
we coming on bottom left key is the better key near Guma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's better by like 20 seconds.
Yeah, so like when I was in the palace is when I was actually starting to think about it. I was like, oh, wait, which one am I getting right now? And I was like, yeah, it's like literally an extra room. Two
Yeah.
ways.
Yeah.
So plus a half a room going right from the elevator.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I tell you, Eunos,
Well,
those bots did not like you tonight.
yeah. I'd like to say that's like the first time it's happened, but it's not. Like I had a I was doing practice runs earlier, and then maybe even yesterday. I don't know. Maybe this PB I was comparing against that I got last night. Like you cast jump right in that
Right.
room. Like I'm safe now. Oh no.
Oh,
Like oh cool. What I cast jump for?
yeah. I've died like maybe once in my life with jump cast, so it's extremely rare for sure.
I like came up like a hair short. Like the bot just sits there like this is perfect. If I just don't move at all, I'll get him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
then
I opened up chat. Zarnax was saying you had a game over, or is that not true?
Oh yeah, from the Red Bird Night after what is that? After the first like that raw.
Oh,
room,
that's
the
only
raw
in GP.
waffle?
Okay.
I don't know wherever that is.
Okay, good. I was hoping it
Yeah,
wasn't
in
like at the
GP.
start.
In GP. I
like
didn't
you-
realize it was my last life.
Okay.
I guess I should have realized it was my last life. I was thinking about it in Valley of Death when I died like 3/4 of the way through the long eyeball room, but then I kind of stopped thinking about it again because I was trying to not think about anything after everything that went wrong.
Mm.
I feel you.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Eon?
Oh, I don't remember.
My bad.
No worries. I
The game.
did see that
Zarnix
you
is saying. Never mind.
Did see Eunos that you did the work to set up the door despawn and then forgot to go up the elevator.
I've done that a few
Oh.
times too.
How many times did you get the red
That was
man?
Once.
Okay.
Once when I didn't do. Usually, what happens when I come down there is I forget about it for like a half a second. So I'm like on the right side of the elevator, and I'm like, "Oh, right, I need to go left." And then I get the jar like every time. Except I remember
I got you.
this time, on the first time, and I'm like, "All right, I'm on the left side," and I get the man.
Yeah, I guess that's the strat. I did a practice run before this too, or I did a practice save state run, and I was going for it like ASAP every time. It was just a man, like every single time.
Yeah, don't do that. That does not work. Do not get to that jar as fast as possible.
Yeah, I feel like
That's
even if
bad.
I put the stupid red jar thing in my segments, like I'm still not going to remember because I'm usually not looking at my splits. To be honest.
Yeah, you really just have to like be thinking about this one difference in the category for this particular.
Yeah, because it's this one little
Dungeon.
minor different thing. It's so hard to remember. That's like the only difference, besides skipping items.
Oh yeah. Well, what if you get P2 heart because you forgot not to get P? Like,
Did you get PTR?
You had
yeah,
even
I just
said like 3
autopiloted.
minutes before like no P2 heart in the chat.
I know, but then I autopiloted because like that's like 90% of the game. It's just like, well, it's time to hold left for a while and walk on the overworld.
That's so funny.
If you try to think when you play this game, no. It doesn't work. Like you'll go crazy. There's like an hour of just like all you're doing is holding left and it's like, oh, let's think about things. It's like when you're trying to go to sleep.
Yeah. That's why I told you I focus on pixels. Every single time I realize I'm like scatterbrained or like wandering, I just start focusing on pixels. I'm like, all right,
That's right.
I'm looking at the L in life. That's a great L. I'm awake.
I'm like trying to do that in the race, like just like zone out. And I'm thinking about zoning out. I'm like, what am I doing with my life? God.
That's what happens when NDF is last.
Oh my god.
I was excited
yeah.
to see this one though, because this is again another category I think I might be who enjoys it, but because
Yeah,
of that, no one ever runs it.
You'll
Yeah.
have to ask Dude and Auntie. I think they both haven't given their opinion yet.
Yeah. I mean, I think I know
Yeah.
Auntie's opinion.
Oh, okay. That's probably why his time is the time it is. He's like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm done.
Yeah.
That's how I was. I got my second PB and I was like, yeah, I got stuff to do.
Yeah,
But I
do
think it was
like
fun in the race. Honestly, that was a fun run for me, but I also am biased because I didn't really have mistakes that tilted me. I wasn't tilted during the run, so I think when
Yeah,
you're
that
not
was-
tilted in general, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your Guma fight was super clean, by the way.
Oh, thanks. Oh, did you see? I love my my P6 Rebo dismount on the second
Oh, yeah.
Rebo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got the Rebo died before his boots hit the floor.
Yeah, if you do that corner strat on the right, it's really consistently killing him before he touches the ground.
That's awesome. I gotta learn that.
Yeah, it's actually kind of easy because it's just like an audio cue and then the same inputs every time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Should make a YouTube video on it.
But yeah, I could. It's only really applicable to that exact one. You can do it in P3 as well, but it's kind of scary having him over on the right like that when he doesn't die in 2 hits.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But you can do it. I've done it before. And it's really fast when it works well, but I've also died doing it, so.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work with the overhang because the overhang is in your way. You
That
can
makes
kind of
sense.
do it, but a lot of times he'll get launched to the right.
Sure.
Yeah. But yeah, that was cool. Thanks everyone for participating in the tournament. Everyone who commentated, the runners, all the restreamers. I appreciate
Yeah.
everyone who, even if you didn't race in it, if you were commentating, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I've been wanting this tournament to happen for literally years, so I'm super glad we were able to put on a successful multi-category tournament.
Literal years.
Yes.
I think if
I
we
hope
do
everybody
this again,
appreciates how long we've been waiting to have this.
yeah. What were you saying, Briz?
I said thanks so much to all the organizers, and let's do it again. It was so much fun. I learned so much.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say if we do it again, we have to somehow kind of feel the waters on who's gonna join. Because I would love if more people could join, so there'd be like a better format for this.
Agreed. But yeah, I will say PRZ, it was really cool because like before this tournament, you hadn't run a ton of categories, and then watching you post PBs in all the categories was really fun to watch. So
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Seconded that.
Yeah. Priz, you were running 100% and 80% NMG like way back when you were first doing all keys. I think you got sub 80 and then you moved on to like NMG for a little bit.
Yeah,
And then you were picking everything up really fast. I remember you got sub hour 80% NMG in like the first week, I think. Like it was pretty
yeah,
quick.
yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, so I feel like Priz has always been pretty gamer at this game. Just kind of picks everything up really fast. Pretty sick.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah. How'd your RGB mod finish out?
Oh my God! Don't ask.
Oh,
I think
okay.
the board. I'm pretty sure I soldered everything perfectly. It's a bad board. So I just bought like 2 more used Nesses, and I'm playing on one of those now.
Okay. I'm sorry for asking.
I'll figure
really.
it out. I'll figure
Yeah,
it out.
I believe in you. You're so well prepared looking.
Well, with this, we are going to wrap up. It was fantastic to watch all this. I apologize for botching the last 3 minutes, but doing scuffed things is what I'm great at.
Oh yeah, thanks.
We're going to go yeet over to Why Must You Hate Me, currently doing a Zelda 1 randomizer by the looks of it. Nothing to come from ZSR till late Thursday, where there's a Zelda 2 randomizer weekly race. And that's all I got. So if you want to say your goodbyes, everyone, goodbye.
Thank you, ZSR. Thanks, Crane. Thanks, runners.
thanks again to ZSR for hosting our tournament. Y'all do a great job, and we love you. So
Peace.
Thanks, y'all.
See you, everyone.